Grand Rising Collective, how are you doing today? Back for our daily vibe. I am Moriah Spirit Tarot, and I'm so glad you're here with me. But I'd bring out the Truth Oracles, see what we can find out for today's energies. I do have a new kitten. He is going to probably jump up on this table at some point during the reading because he can't leave it alone, which is fine. Kind of expected that anyway. But his name is Taurus. He was born on the new moon in Taurus, so May 16th is his birthday. And he's adorable. He's a little orange bobtail. And he's so cute. He's so cute. And his little tail's only that big. It's so cute. He's so adorable. Oh, yes. And he's talking to us right now. He's very vocal kitty. But anyway, I'm excited that we got him on Friday. So he's a good boy, and he's really adjusted well to the house. So I'm so happy to have him. He has a kind of like a step sibling from the same home. The different mama cat had babies, but she won't be ready for a couple of weeks. So that sibling will be joining us in a couple of weeks. And that one I'm going to name Gemini because it was born on June 2nd. So we will see when we get Gemini here how Gemini does. But I'm going to use the Truth Oracle today. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to get some messages, just a couple, to see where we're centered around, what the collective energy is. Let's see what we can find out. All right, Spirit. Getting this message just about every time I pull this deck out. And, somebody's getting some communication, some text messages, instant messaging, emails. Do we need to ring the bell? Apparently we need to ring the bell. There you go. Okay. Let's see what we got here. See what Spirit's saying to us, Taurus. Yeah, communication. Taurus. No. This is going to be fun. All right. We got communication. Or messages, communication records, call records, instant messaging. So yeah, I'm really thinking this card's been coming out a lot. Then we have independent, which is free, lead, and initiative. And we have street, circulation, sports, and exhibits. So, hey, Norway, good on ya, okay? Good on ya. Beating Brazil yesterday. Way to go. All right. For those of you that watch soccer, I don't watch soccer. I don't watch football at all. My sister's really big into it. I saw my sister yesterday, and she was all excited that Norway won. So, go figure. Bunch of Norwegians. We are. All right. Let's take a look around this messages. Spirit, what can you tell me about messages and why messages is here? All right, Spirit, what can you tell me? Taurus is just going to get into trouble, I can tell. What can you tell me around messages today? So we got 3 cards around messages. All right, somebody's getting something new. Yeah, something new. Some new thing is coming in around messages. So you're going to get, and it may be around work. Okay, it may be that you're going to get a message about something going on with work. It could also be that you're getting a message around a new job that you've maybe applied for. Maybe you're going to get an answer as to whether you've been hired or not. Some of you could get a message from Spirit, how to fix your finances. And then we have the King of Cups as well. So some messages could be about love. It could be, but it, King of Cups is here just to remind us that he leads with the heart. He's grounded. He uses his intuition. He's stable. So be discerning. If you're getting any messages, use your intuition. Tap into that heart space of yours. All right, let's find out what we need to know about this independent, free, lead, and initiative. Pulling on for this independent card, Spirit. I don't know. Spirit's like being kind of tight-lipped this morning around independence. What's going on around independent today, Spirit? All right. Well, we got 4 cards. We got Queen of Wands, and she's like so independent. She just doesn't care. She's just like, I lead the way I lead. I follow my intuition. I'm creative. I love being active. Okay. And I'm independent. I don't care if anybody doesn't like my black cat. Victory. You're going to be victorious. Something about this is what you've asked for. That's what I just heard in my head. This is what you've asked for. This victory, this is what you've asked for. Okay? So you've asked for this. You know, you've asked for this independence, this, yeah, and something got illuminated with the sun here. You've been illuminated around, you know, what it means to be independent. Independence means I act, I do, I work hard, and I lead, and I don't care what anybody thinks. You know, I mean, I always keep their what they need in mind, but, you know, and I stay balanced. Okay, I'm a good leader. I am independent, and I'm a good leader, and I lead from my heart. You know, and I lead from my intuition, and I let inspiration inspire me, and that brings me victory. And I let so this is very Leo-ish, you know, Leo with the sun here. Are we gonna have a problem? Sit down here, be a good boy. Okay. So that's what independence telling me. Independence telling me, no, you need to keep your creativity and your, you know, if you're getting called into it, you know, especially with this messages card coming up with the 3 of Pentacles, you know, around work, you know, remember that you're unique and nobody does it quite like you do. Whatever it is that you do, no one does it quite like you because you are a unique individual soul. Part of the collective, yes. Part of the team, yes. But your qualifications are unique and individual to you. Okay? Your qualifications are unique and individual to you, and how they fit into the collective is what makes it tick, right? It's what makes it work. All right, let's take a look at street and circulation, sports, and exhibits. So maybe some of you are artists and have an exhibit coming up. I see success in that if that's you. I'm also seeing, you know, streets. Okay. That's a new way to look at that, Spirit. Well, not really a new way, but I mean, new for me. A new for me way to look at that card that just came out. I'm not, okay. Well, no, I'm not doing that. I will take that one more. Okay. All right. So we've got... All right. So the first card that came out on street was the 5 of Pentacles. And that's that feeling left out in the cold, feeling left out on the street, feeling like we're just not going to get anywhere. You know, that's what that, you know, first thing that came to my mind was, oh, somebody's homeless. You know, somebody's without, you know, a home, living on the streets, you know, or close to it. And, you know, if that's happening to you, I'm really sorry about that. You know, you're going to have to, you know, use your resources, all of them. Okay, whatever's out there, use it. If you need help, 988. You know, if you need, you know, don't be afraid to ask for services and help. Okay? It's not wrong. Okay? That's why they're there. You know, don't be afraid to go to, you know, to get food at a food pantry. Don't be afraid to admit that you need help sometimes. We all do. Everybody needs help sometimes. Don't be afraid of that, you know, because we have temperance as well, which is balancing out. So if you're feeling like you're being left out in the cold, like you're on the streets, like you don't have a home, you don't have nothing, you know, or you're poorly, you're sick, and you're worried and worried that that's going to happen to you because you're sick and you can't work right now or whatever the deal is, you need to let that go. Okay? And you need to balance it because temperance is here. You need to alchemize that lack mentality into a transform it into more of a gratitude type situation, because in reality you're spoiled for choice. Okay, you're in a 7 of Cups energy. You know, you may be confused, you may be not understanding how this works, you might be new to the spiritual path, you know, you might feel like you're just, I know when I first woke up I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all my relationships now? I know, right? What am I going to do with all my relationships now? How am I going to better those relationships? And if I have no spirituality in common with them anymore, you know, and for my work, you know, what am I going to do now that I've screwed up my whole life? You know, what am I going to do? And, you know, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And, you know, so being able to take those energies and transmute them into something that's more beneficial for you. So diving into your practices, diving into gratitude, being very grateful for everything that you do have so that you're not looking at what you don't have. If you change just that one perspective about yourself and just be very grateful for everything that you do have, and anytime one of those creepy thoughts comes in your head about what you don't have, you know, let's maybe transmute that energy into, but I'm really grateful for this. I'm really grateful for everything that I do have. I'm grateful for this cat, even though this little kitten is trying to drive me crazy this morning. Hi, Taurus. Yes, I love you too, baby. I love you too. He's just purring away. He's such a good boy, except for he likes to be in the middle of everything. And he'll get mad at me. He'll sneak through. He's got a little like cat door in between here and the bathroom, and he'll sneak through. If I let him out, he'll go in the bathroom and come back in. So it doesn't even make any sense for me to try to kick him out because he'll just come back in anyway. All right. But Spirit's saying, you know, hey guys, you know, just remember that you're independent. Remember that your independence, your independent, unique self is all that's needed in this fine collective of people. That your individuality is a gift. That your individual skills are a gift. Okay? That there's nobody that can quite do what you do energetically. There's nobody that can quite do what you do with your work. There's nobody that can quite do with the way that you love. You know, though we're similar, we're all unique. And we came here to experience that uniqueness as part of a collective whole. Because when one of us is down, the rest of us are down too. You know, and so finding a way out of that is kind of important. Taurus, and I wish you a very happy day. And I hope that this message found you well. And I hope to see you again tomorrow in the next Daily Vibe. Go forth and conquer, beautiful souls.